Good evening, everyone.
Oh, no, real good. Oh,
good.
You should bed, lad.
I will say before sort of start anything, if it does freeze or anything, I'll hiya Gordo. If it does freeze or anything, I'll swap over because I'm using the new webcam.
Every time, what?
Every time you talk to your wife, your mind should remember that this conversation will be recorded for training purposes. Yeah. So you'll have to let me know if it's freezing, if it's sticking, blah blah blah. Because I am using the new webcam. I thought, well, I'll give it another whirl. Yeah. So if it's sticking or it's freezing or whatever, you know, you'll have to bear with me while I swap over to the old webcam. So yes. Hiya, Steve. Hiya. My sweet tooth is killing me. Oh dear. So hiya, Gordo, Steve, him over there as well. Him in corner over there. That sort of. My ex-wife sent her photograph to the Lonely Arts Club. They sent it back saying they weren't that lonely. Your voice is out of sync with the video.
Probably because of the camera.
So, yeah, what I'm going to do is just bear with me 2 seconds before we have a lot coming in, and I'm just going to swap over to the other camera. Not stopping. Well, the screen might go blank because I am going to swap it over. Wait. Chris is saying, wait.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so just bear. So yes, so. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Correct. Well, we will. I'll come back shortly, Karate. I'm just going to swap over camera, so the screen might go blank momentarily. I'll be back as soon as I can. And we're back. I told you I won't be long.
I'm back. Camera back in a minute then.
Sort of. Sorry about that. I bought a new webcam a few weeks ago. I did try it once, but it we're having the same problem. I don't think I am, Jad.
Hey.
I don't think my notebook laptop is able to contend with it, let's just say. So yeah, so as Pixie says, I hope your mum soon gets well soon, Karate. So yeah, I'd got a feeling that this was going to happen. So so yeah, you've just got to wait for the YouTube to catch up with the StreamYards. So at the moment my screen's still blank, so I'm I'm assuming it's a bit behind. So yeah, I did have the camera on standby just in case we did have this problem. So that's why I could get back as quickly as I did. So how is everyone? How's Amjad? So yeah, I'm coming. I'm I'm back. So just like to say thank you to Mr. P for telling everybody I were in bed this afternoon.
Where were you? So I told him.
Yeah. Oh, he's hungry. And how is Steve? Are you better now, or Amjad's burning Lenore blush? The scent is an enticing, distinguished scent based on pleasant red fruit notes. Oh,
so not very outstanding.
So yeah, so I did sort of anticipate, you know, the problem with the camera, but I thought, well, hey ho, I'll give it a try. So I'd got the other camera on hand should I need it. We've started doing Scent Go Find training with Ronnie. He loves it. He thinks it's a great game. But you see, the thing is, Gordo, I will try to explain to Callum this afternoon, because when he takes his pajamas off, when he's been in bath, he chucks them on the sofa. Now, Lucy, which is a female cat, see you later, Karate. So yeah. So basically, as soon as he got dressed and he put his pajamas on the sofa, Lucy sat on them. So Callum says, well, why is she laying on my pajamas? And I says, it's probably because she can smell your scent. So in a way, I was trying to explain to Callum this thing with, because I says to him, I says, well, you've got to imagine cats and dogs have got like 1,000% better senses than what us humans have. You know what I mean? And, basically, she can smell your scent on your pajamas, or rather his sweaty armpits or whatever. So I was trying to sort of explain to him how it works. And anyway, but, this is why they have sniffer dogs and, explosives and drugs and cadaver dogs and such things as that, because cats and dogs have a lot more sensitive smell than what us human beings do. So anyway, that's how I sort of explained it to Callum. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, especially German Shepherds. That's why such a lot of police dogs are German Shepherd dogs. So, oh, he's picking it up really well. I need to do it instead. Well, you see, this is the thing, Gordo. You imagine, like police dogs, the months and months and months, if not years, of training they have to go through. So, it's what you'd call a work in progress, if you know what I mean. But yeah. Bella says my one can smell a pork pie a mile off. Hiya, Bella, by the way. Yeah, and whatever you do, don't turn your back on Tess, because she'll have it away in blink of an eye. You're not only one, Amjad, because everybody was saying that they never got notified that Chris had gone live.
No, everybody.
So we don't know. We don't know what. We're starting to hide the treats in harder and harder places to get his brain working. But it's like, so as I say, when the training police dogs, for whatever reason, drugs, even cash, they learn them how to smell cash, like when you go in in airports, and it's not just drugs dogs, it's like.
Well, can I borrow Ronnie then? If he's going to spell cash, he might find someone lying on the floor.
What happened to Chris last night? Well, it's a long story, really, Bella. He was streaming on his phone via Streamlabs, which is sort of another branch at OBS. Now, it's sort of, he'd gone, well, tried to go live at 9 o'clock, and it weren't having it. Hey, I comes in. So yeah, it weren't having any of it.
I don't know why.
So anyway, ending up, eventually got it going. But he only went about 30 minutes, but he was that frustrated and peed off that he says, I'm not going on long. Anyway, cut a long story short, he's got it sorted now. So business will be resumed Thursday. He's gone live 3 times today, actually. Yeah. See, I know what you're thinking. Anyway, he went live 3 times today just to make sure that, you know, we crossed all T's and dotted all I's. So, yes. Callum says he's excited for tomorrow. I don't know why, Callum. Where's Johnny?
What's happening tomorrow?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's been delivered, is it?
Only shopping.
That's it.
But you see, the thing is, Bella, everybody's been saying, I had to sort of like message everybody on Messenger to say that they were live. So everybody was saying, like, when they come in his live stream today, oh, I didn't get notification, blah blah blah. He says he's cancelled shopping. So yeah. So whether it's, I don't know. Anyway, normality should be resumed on Thursday. He's finally figured it out. The only thing what he was trying to do today, and the reason why he went live 3 times, is he was trying to get the chat to come up on the screen. So anyway, he says, well, when you think about it, obviously he puts himself in like a television screen, the same as Chris says. If you've got chat coming up on your screen, you're not going to be able to see, you know, you're not going to be able to see him, in a nutshell. So you've just come in at right time, Bella, because I started off using the new camera and it were out of sync. The audio and the video were out of sync. So I, because Dad's ugly mug decided not to go live. So yeah, so I quickly swapped the cameras over because they said it were all out of sync, and you know, audio and video weren't mashed together right anyway. So normality on Chris's channel. Oh dear. But anyway, it's sorted it now anyway. So yeah, sort of. Apart from, you know, the chat on the screen, but same as he says, that's not detrimental or anything. It was just another string to his bow, if you know what I mean. He reckons he's more handsomer than you.
I'm saying nothing.
But anyway, so yeah, so he says to me, he says, I weren't going to let it beat me. I says, well, that's the spirit, you know, rather than sort of getting frustrated and throw your dummies out at pram, etc., etc., you know.
I'll get his pissed off already with this.
Thing is, with German Shepherds, it's not just the physical exercise they need, they also need the mental stimulation, being that they are a working breed. Yeah. Bella says Callum looks like me. It's like having a toddler with ADHD sometimes. But this is it, Gordo. You know what I mean? They're such a strong breed that, yeah, same as you say, they've got to be stimulated both physically and mentally. Callum's put too high, Bella. Well, you've got to have some of me in you, Bella. And you've got to have some of me in you, Callum. Well, we were supposed to have snow as well, Amjad, but we ain't had any.
We've had it on hills.
Yeah, it's sort of been a bit mixed bag, hasn't it, really? Sleet, rain, odd flake of snow, but nothing substantial. Bella's still saying she thinks he looks like me.
Well, you need to put a Specsavers, Bella.
Gordo says not for your ears, Callum. He's a man now, Gordo. He's 18. Oh dear. But yeah, it's not been very warm. Although saying that, I'm sweating. It might be because I've got a big jumper on.
Why has that not changed?
But yeah, it's been like a really miserable day when all said and done. Not been very warm and prepare for some swearing tomorrow.
Well, oh yeah, when he's playing on his game and he can't get it done. Bella
says you've got to look like Mum, Callum. She's got the stretch marks. Very true, Bella.
I'm saying nothing.
We don't want to corrupt him just yet. Oh dear. But the thing is, Callum, because you've got some of my DNA and you've got some of your dad's DNA, there's bound to be things that are me in you, if you know what I mean. Oh dear. Baby,
what?
Can you do me a quick favour?
What?
Can you get me a different top? Because I'm sweating conkers in this jumper.
No, just take it off now, love.
Yeah, right. I am my lady. How are you?
Just whatever you do, make sure that you
turn
the camera off. Unplug USB if need be. Otherwise, you'll be.
But yeah. So I'm just going to do a quick wardrobe change. So yes, my camera will go off slightly, just while I change my top. I love how in horror movies the person will ask, is anyone there? As if the killer would say, oh yeah, I'm in the kitchen, want a sandwich? Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. Well, there's no wonder I'm sweating. Got eating on. I'm just going to turn my camera off momentarily while I just change my top.
Make sure it's off his StreamYard.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'll keep talking while I keep your day job, Gordo. I'm just changing my top. I'll be back. I'll keep talking to you.
I'm pressing camera icon now.
Yeah, you don't want to. Oh, where have I just not flying?
Oh,
I don't think you want to see me in all my glory. Oh dear, mind you, some might. But not my friends.
No.
Hey, we've got Wakey in.
Wakey.
If you're wondering, Wakey, why my camera's off, I'm just changing my top because I've got a jumper on and I'm sweating. You'll get a strike. Oh dear. I'm back. It's all right. That were a quick wardrobe change. Bella says my girls look like me and Tess takes after Baz. I heard. Oh dear. Two blondes fall down a well. One says to the other one, "Isn't it dark down here?" She replies, "I don't know. I can't see." Oh, Gordon Bennett. Oh dear.
No.
So yeah, I didn't want to startle everybody waking, sort of do a wardrobe change while I were on air, so to speak. So I just muted my camera. I thought, well, I'll leave audio on, and then I can still talk to you, but you just can't see me taking. Oh dear me. Oh dear. So yeah, there were no wonder I was sweating because Chris had got eating on. I think he's tried to roast me alive. You looking in a wardrobe?
No.
He said, "That's Callum." No, I changed my top.
LOL on the end.
Yeah, I've just changed my top. That's all I did, Callum. I just changed my top because your dad's trying to boil me alive. I didn't realise eating was still on, so oh, if you can hear Chris, yes, he's talking to himself.
Doing me nothing.
You know, we all know he's a bit on bonkers side, but now that's just proved it because he's talking to himself. Oh, pardon me. So it's been about 2 or 3 degrees here, Bella.
Yeah, it has been cold.
Stop talking to yourself. Could have been worse. Could have been a wardrobe malfunction. Well, yeah, I suppose there is that about it, Gordo. But
no, say what do you mother?
It's all right.
I've been on me all day.
Oh, that's it.
Don't start thinking around me now.
Well, we all know it. We all know he's a bit nuts anyway, Callum. So you know that just proves a point that he is actually nuts. That he talks to himself. So and he's still doing it now.
Sorry.
What a malfunction is that? Oh yeah. Well, like you seen, like these singers and what have you, Callum, have a wardrobe malfunction where the Chesterfields is at, and I talk to myself. It's the only way I get a sensible reply. Well, there's that, Bella. Anyway, it has, my lady. It's been like, I don't know, it's 2 or 3 degrees here, so. You know, it's been that's why Chris had put eating on, but I'd got my jumper on, you see, so I was getting a bit all hot and flustered. So, but yeah, I don't think a Friday night's a good place to have a wardrobe malfunction. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to see my Chesterfields. Oh dear. They think they've gone blind. So now we've sorted camera out, we've sorted sound out, and now I've had to change clothing. Chesterfield, I think you mean the Mitchell brothers trying to escape. Snow. Well, it's been like raining on and off here, Bella. Very cold, sleet, and a little bit of snow. Hey, bloke takes a shortcut through the graveyard after the pub, falls into an open grave, tries his best to get out until he's cream crackered. Then a bloke who fell in earlier taps him on the shoulder and says, "You won't get out of here, you daft bugger." He did. Lol. But he did. Yeah. I was watching news earlier on, and up in Scotland, right? What did they call it? Snow thunder.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually snowed in Scotland, but at the same time, it's been thundering. Now, weather forecaster come on and tried to explain it, and he says it's a very, very rare phenomenon. It's something about, you know, cold air and warm air meeting each other and blah, blah, blah. But they've had snow, but it was thundering at the same time. Chris says, "Can you imagine?" He says, "If we had that round here," he says, and I caught it on camera. You know, he's thinking of, you know, camera opportunities again. So, yeah, and that's up in Scotland. And they were like talking to somebody, and she says, I think it was about 4:45 in the morning. She says she got woke up by, you know, she says they thought there'd been an explosion somewhere, blah, 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 but it were actually thunder. But yeah, apparently it very, very rarely happens. So, you know, I just thought I'd give you that little tidbit of information. And they were calling it snow thunder or something.
Thunder snow.
Thunder snow, that's it, or something. I'll have to Google it. Let me just Google it, and I can give you some information about it. Oh. Going to film in thunder and snow, you'll be going on your own, Chris.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Let me just thunder snow. Thunder snow is also known as a winter thunderstorm or a thunder snowstorm. Is an unusual kind of thunderstorm with snow falling as the primary precipitation instead of rain.
Hey, no big words. It
typically falls in regions of strong upward motions within the cold sector of an ex-tropical cyclone. So there you go. I'm just going on Met Office website because when thunderstorms form in wintry conditions, they can sometimes give rise to heavy downpours of snow, which are often called thunder snow. Thunder snow is unusual only because it can only occur in a few months of the year. Told you it were unusual. When thunder snow occurs at night, the lightning appears brighter. This is because the light reflects off the snowflakes. So there you go. Good job, I didn't pronounce precipitation. That's basically, in a nutshell, it means the chances.
Why did you just say that then?
Because that's what it said. I just read out what it said on Google.
Interpreted for us, that yeah. You know what it means.
But precipitation means the percentage or the chances of it happening, basically. So it did say on the news that it were very, very unusual. So there you go. Just a little bit of snippet of information for you. But the meteorologist or the weatherman did try and explain. Wakey says, I had a thunderclap earlier. Nell legged it out of the room. You'd never guess she was a proper smart ass. No, I don't claim to be, Bella. I just, you know, I do a lot. Well, when I say I do a lot of reading, but yeah, these sort of things interest me. So, yeah, but I don't know whether it's because Scotland's up in higher ground or what it is. But anyway, they've only had it in Scotland. So, you know what I mean? It's, I just hope it don't happen down here because hey, we've got Richard in.
Hello, Darwin, lad.
So yeah, I'm just doing your job for you, Richard. I've just been Googling this thunder snow, what they've had in Scotland. So I've just tried to explain what it is. As regards, you know, where you been, my lady's been in ages.
I know, I forgot to say hello.
Oh, but anyway, now Richard's here, he can sort of fill you in.
Google.
Yeah, he can fill you in on exactly what happens. And I went on to Met Office Google website and, you know, tried to explain exactly what it is. But they had sort of thunderstorms and snow at the same time. So, but anyway, that's that. So, yes. What are I going to say? Oh yeah, Bella, I will be making the carrot slice this week. What happens with what? When we put news on, they were saying in Scotland they'd had what they call snow thunder or thunder snow. And I just Googled it and I says it's very rare it happens. But anyway, Alexander says it ain't rain. What?
Who said that?
Bella, skip that.
Even Bella's talking in riddles there.
But anyway, it's when they actually get in a snowstorm, but it's also thundering at the same time. And apparently they've had it up in Scotland, thunder and snow at the same time. And it's very rare it happens, let's just say. So yeah. So now Richard's here, he can Google it and give us a bit more information about it. Predictive text. Was it supposed to say Alexa? I'm only sort of, you know, reading between the lines where, you know, I think she means Alexa. Happens a lot in Canada. Oh, yes. See?
Stealing my bloody excuses now.
See? I knew what she meant. But yeah, it did say, I mean, weatherman were trying to explain sort of how it happens and why it happens and blah blah blah, and apparently it's a very rare occurrence here in the UK. So about hot air and cold air meeting each other and all this jargon, you know what I mean. So but I'm not a weather forecaster, so I don't sort of know the ins and outs of it, you know what I mean. It's just my interpretation of it. So as you can see, we still ain't got his decorations or anything up.
Nope.
We're going to have a bit of a switch round here at the weekend, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We're not going to put all bells and whistles up. We're just going to put tree up, I think. Okie dokie then. Callum says he's going to watch some YouTube videos.
No,
see you in a bit.
Well, bugger off.
He says it usually happens around here after a curry. Oh dear. So yeah, you know, we've decided we're not sort of going to go to town on decorations. We're just going to put tree up and you know, and that I might have that sign behind me, you know, the Merry Christmas everyone, or hi Mike, how are you?
I don't mind.
So yeah, so I might get him to get the sign out, you know, the big Merry Christmas sign that I have up behind me. Might get that out, but we're not sort of, I've got loads of sort of ornaments and whatever, but we're not doing that this year. We're just going to put tree up and you know, so that's it really. But we've got to move a few things around. Straight from the meteorological channel. I was glad for predictive text that time. Oh dear. But yeah, it's been, Chris has been sat there, keep looking out at window and saying, oh, I wish it snow, I wish it did snow. And it's been snowing up in hills in like Pennines and whatever. But the only downside is they've closed the Snake Pass off. Yeah, so basically, but you know, first sign of anything, and they do close Snake Pass off anyway. But when we go to Bella's and when we go to Ian's, we go down Snake Pass anyway. So no, not really, Richard. It's been like a bit of snow, rain, sleet, very cold, but nothing to write home about, you know what I mean? Nothing, you know. Chris sort of been looking out at window and he keeps saying, oh, you know, they've had snow up in Peak District and blah, blah, blah. But to get to Peak District, he's got to go through Snake Pass. But then he found out that Snake Pass has been closed off. So that's shot that idea. But no, we've not had nothing that you can write home about, if you know what I mean. It's been sort of a bit of everything today. Oh, Becca's had it in Kent. Oh,
shower. It
must have been up Scotland and down south, but middle bit out, you know what I mean? Because we haven't had, you know, we've had sleet and you could see like odd flake of snow, but obviously it's been that wet that, you know, health and safety gone mad. Oh, Richard says he uploaded a video from his dashboard this afternoon. It was fair coming down.
Ooh.
But the thing is, it is a dangerous road, Wakey. Or it could be with snow on ground. Nah, same as Chris says, I mean, if our weather's out to go by, you know, we haven't had any snow. So, but anyway, I use Alexa a lot. It controls my wax burner and my bed lights upstairs. The Alexa's downstairs in the living room, the Google Home Mini. Oh, well, this is it, Amjad. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, we ain't got Alexa or whatever, you know what I mean? Because we have a low bridge 1/2 mile from the river, and when it rains it floods. Cops close it when it gets a foot deep. But this is the thing, you know what I mean? It's when all's said and done, yeah, it's I know Snake Pass, been over it on the bike many times, but I mean, we've been on it no end of times. Waking, it is a bit. How can I put it? It can, from my point of view, it could be treacherous under certain conditions. You know what I mean? I mean, we've only time we've had any sort of bad weather when we've been going down Snake Pass. It's been like wanging it down. You know what I mean? But you know, you always get somebody that's you know, they think they can overtake you at about 90 miles an hour, and you know, think that you're going too slow or blah blah blah. You know, same as Chris says, you always get one. You know, basically, my house is a smart home, all thanks to Alexa and OK Google. But yeah, you know what I mean? You always get one of these. Well, I'll not tell you what Chris calls them because it'll mean me swearing, but you know, you always get one that, you know, is so impatient that they think, you know, if they speed up to about 90 miles an hour and overtake all cars, and you know what I mean? And same as I said to Chris, I says it's that kind of person that causes accidents but don't actually get involved in an accident, if that makes sense. I don't have Alexa, I have a Linda, and it does everything and doesn't need internet or plugging in. Yeah. Chris, it's same as got a Jeanette.
Yeah. Well, best for me, I've got a Jeanette.
We did, Bella, but we couldn't get on with it. We hardly ever used it, so we just flogged it on Marketplace. It were a waste of money, really, because we never used it. So yeah, so it were just collecting dust, basically. So we says, well, you know, we're not using it, we'll just flog it on Marketplace. So, but you know, we've got along fine with Arctic since we got shut on it, you know what I mean? Same as I said to Chris, I can't really see what advantages of having one does, if you know what I mean.
Apart from ordering stuff what you could do on the internet anyway.
Well, that's it.
I know I've had users a lot,
but that's it. Was caught out on Ryle a few years ago. Got over 2 feet of snow in 3 hours. Took me nearly 2 hours to get back to Wakefield. And it only should have took him 20 minutes. But we were only on about it other night. The last really bad snow we had, and this is how long ago it is, and Callum was still at school. And it were coming down pretty bad. So Callum had rung Chris, and he says they're sending us home, but there's no buses or anything. So Chris said to him, it's about, I think it's about 8 miles. So Chris says to Callum, he says, well, you start walking it from your end. He says, and I'll start walking it from our end. He says, and, you know, chances are we'll meet somewhere in the middle, which they did. Oh, but you see, this is the thing, Bella. We don't do audio books or things like that. But you know, I mean, it suits some people and it don't others. You know, I mean, we found that we you know, it was turned off more than it was turned on, to be honest with you. Oh, we see the thing is, Callum's got Spotify, but he either listens to it on his phone or listens to it on his laptop. So, Richard put my Linda cooks, cleans, hoovers, does washing, and even hangs wallpaper. Beat that, Alexa. But yeah, I mean, it suits some people better than others. I mean, me and Chris don't read books. So, in all honesty, on were turned off more, more than it were turned on, basically. So we, same as I say, we just says, is it really worth having? Oh, Gordo says, I love Spotify. Deezer is not too bad as well. Oh, you carry on, Jeff and John.
Hello.
Bella's put, you can get recipes on it. Note that I said you. Well, there's nothing stopping you there, Bella. There's no excuse. And the same to you, Jeff and John. Is it Jeff or is it John? But and him in corner still talking to himself. Just saying. But it's John always. Okie dokie then. As long as I know. I forgot what I was going to say now. I'm having a senior moment. So, but you see, this is what I'm saying, Amjad. I mean, some people like Alexa, some, we not bothered either way. You know what I mean? Bowdo.
Not Bowdo.
Alexa is nosy. I only turn on when I use it. But the thing is, my lady, we got on turned off more than we'd got it turned on. So, I mean, there weren't no point in having it, really.
Then it used to come on by itself.
Yeah, and then sort of, you'd be doing something and you'd pass comment and it'd pipe up, at, at certain times. This Alexa gets about a bit. Oh, dear. But, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but apparently I've heard that, not Spotify, the Alexa and whatever, they spy on you.
Well, every one of them does. Facebook, YouTube, all
Yeah.
You look for something on YouTube, you guarantee
Yeah.
there'll be an advert on Facebook.
No, you look for things on Amazon.
It doesn't matter which one you look on. They're all spying on you.
God, don't said he'd worry about Ronnie ordering treats on Alexa. But yeah, same as Chris says. I mean, we've gone on Amazon and ordered things, and then next minute there's you go on Facebook and it comes up with exactly the same thing as you've been searching for. I have the Google one and I love it, but there's no doubt about it. They listen in. But this is the thing, you see. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I'd heard that, walls have ears sort of thing. And in this particular case, either Google Dot or Alexa or whatever. But same as Chris says, oh, you can send off for your Alexa report. I didn't know that.
Send off for what?
Your Alexa report.
Oh.
Does it scratch your back as well? I'm trying. But yeah, you know what I mean? Same as Chris says, it don't matter what platform you use or this, that and other. We've hiya Park Nest, how are you?
Park Nest, I'll do that. I can't type because I'm busy.
Wakey says thought walls had sausages. But yeah, you know, I mean, it don't matter what platform you go on. If you go on Amazon and let's say I researched cupcake cases, and then you sign out and go onto Facebook. There's an advertisement comes up for a cupcake case or whatever. You know what I mean? And I strongly believe that everything's sort of connected in some way or other. You know what I mean? And that all social media platforms are actually spying on you. Alexa, a gadget for lazy people. But yeah, you know what I mean? It don't matter. Last Christmas Day, we all sat down for dinner, and all of a sudden it just piped up and said, "Great, now you are all here together. Let's have a quiz." I nearly fell out of the chair. But this is it, you know what I mean? And I'm saying, you know, I'd sort of be in the kitchen and Chris would chat. Are you making a coffee? Or I'd be in here and he'd be in thing, and you know, are you going to make a coffee? And then it'd pipe up and say something. So ending up, we kept having to turn it off.
Hey, look at that, we're going to Warrington and sat down there and took us to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I can't only mention Anfield.
Partner says even his washing machine has Wi-Fi. Oh, but the thing is, same as Chris has just been saying. Oh, by the way, Partners, Pixie's channel is Chris, by the way, over there. We were going. I don't think we're going to. When we were going to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we were on his way to Blackpool, rent car, right, and creeper doorbell cameras are bad as well. Oh. Anyway, so we were going. We're on traveling on our way down to Blackpool, I think it were, and we were just talking between ourselves. Notice how they never suggest porn sites. But anyway, we were going to Blackpool and we're having this conversation in the car. And was it Callum that mentioned Liverpool?
Yeah.
Callum just mentioned Liverpool for whatever reason. I can't remember. Anyway, next minute, it says, just wait a moment while we direct you. Get in the directions for Liverpool. And we're going, no, we don't want to go to Liverpool. We want to go to Blackpool. You know what I mean? And this is sort of all down to a conversation that we had whilst we were in the car. We don't use the Wi-Fi on the washing machine. But I suppose it comes in handy, like if you're going to be out all day and you need to get a wash done or whatever. Wakey says, remember to put some tape over your webcam or you could end up on a Russian porn site. Blimey, if they want to watch me at it, they need help.
There's always some weirdos out there.
But yeah, I mean that's why I made the joke about when I changed my top. I says nobody wants to see my Chesterfields. Gordo says, why would you want Wi-Fi on a washing machine? I'd be worried about it tweeting about skinnies in your undies. Oh dear. Just Gordo.
Always want it there.
But yeah, that were really weird. We were just sort of making conversation in the car, and Callum mentioned Liverpool, and all of a sudden it says, "Please wait a moment while we redirect and getting this navigation for Liverpool." And we're going, "No, we don't want to go to Liverpool. We're going to Blackpool, not Liverpool." So Chris basically had to like put it all in again.
Nightmare. What's the address? Don't know.
But the thing is, Park Nest, I'd never have another Beko washing machine, even if they gave me one.
No chance. I
had one, and within about 6 weeks, I had to call them out to it, and it were either thermostat or timer or something had gone on it. They mended it, and I bet them team got to end at road, and it went again. And I says, I'd never have another Beko in my life, not even if they gave me one.
No.
So, having said that, though, we've got a Beko chest freezer, and we've never had a problem with that. It must just be their washing machines, because I'd never have another Beko washing machine. And I ended up, because I got it from Curry's, and I got fed up for having to keep calling them out to it. And it was less than 6 months old. So I just said to him, "Well, look, I'll come in showroom, I'll pick another one to same price, and I'll just, But they turn around and says, well, we can't come and pick it up. You've got to pay another about 20 odd quid, I think it were." So Chris says, "Solve that." He says, "I'll chuck it back at car." He says, "I'll go up and drop it on doorstep, and I'll collect other one while I'm there."
That's what I did. All right, yeah.
But we've had a few Beko bits, and I don't bother. Well, it must be Beko in itself, Richard, because I only had that one Beko washer. It were a nightmare, honestly. Come on, Chris, let her use your computer. But in its defense, we've had a Beko like chest freezer. We've not had a problem with that. I think we've had it about 3-4 years now. Not had a problem at all. It must just be Beko. I think Beko has had, but its reputation speaks for itself, Bella, in other words, because I've had a Beko washing machine and had nothing but problems with it. I don't know whether I swapped it for a Hot Point or a Hoover. Never had a problem with it. It was just that Beko washing machine, and that were all in space. In less than 2 months, they come out and it says well, they fitted both, actually, a new thermostat and a new timer. And I bet he hadn't even got to end at street. I put a load of washing in. I thought, right, never again. Yeah, and I bet he hadn't even got out to end at street, and it went belly up again. So I says, right, that's it. I'm ringing Curry's up. I'm going to say to him, right, yeah, they swap it for one at the same, But I won't have another Beko washing machine if they gave it to me, in all fairness. So, also Alexa plays games every time my cousins come round. Where have I taken this conversation? Oh, hi, Tracy. How are you? I know
Tracy.
I know that feeling, Tracy. I've had one good night all week. Oh, pardon me. And that was that Wednesday evening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never come down, and I slept straight through. But normality's resumed. I was down here again this morning about 4:30. So yeah, as a rule, the Beko chest freezer, we've not had a problem with it. You watch, it'll probably go belly up now. Now I've said we have never had a problem with it.
No, we have got to. Door doesn't stay open when you lift it up. That falls down.
But yeah, you know, is it Japanese, Chinese, one at two? Anyway,
Origami, I think.
Hey?
Origami, I think. Not what it's good for, but where it comes from, but that's right.
Chris, if you pay for the parts, I will build her a computer that will lick ass all over the UK.
Hey, what?
It means if you buy parts, he'll build me a computer. But the thing is, Bella, the last time I had a washing machine, I bought a bush. That sounds good, doesn't it? Bought a bush.
That's going to sound a bit ominous.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've got a bush washing machine. Then I looked on as fridge freezer went, right? So I looked and cheapest one they got were a bush. So I've got a bush fridge freezer. And then Chris treated me and bought me a new cooker, and that's a bush as well. So but I keep saying that, Tracy. I keep saying I'm going to have to get something to help me sleep properly. But you see, the thing is, partners, bush. Mine's all bush. That's good. All my appliances, except for the chest freezer, are bush. So yeah. But I forgot what we were going to say now. So yeah, all I've got is like a little partner says I don't want to know about your bush. But you know, my other half spilt water over my old laptop. So I hadn't got no laptop or anything. So anyway, so we bought me this one, but it's still like a notebook. Same as I says, I don't do, you know, hiya Johnny, how are you? You know, I don't do anything fancy on it. I just live stream. I do my baking live streams, and that's about it. You know what I mean? So, but obviously, I bought this new webcam thinking, you know, you know, it's going to be, sound's going to be a lot better, picture's going to be a lot better. The same as Chris says, I reckon Amjad is having a secret love affair with Alexa, but it's an HD webcam, and same as Chris says, because it's only like a notebook, I don't think it can handle it. So Steve said, I've got to use yours and you can use mine.
No, not a chance.
So as it sort of says in the title, does anybody want to come on panel to say yes, say no, or, you know, not tonight, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So I'm just putting it out there. Does anybody want to come up on the panel? If so, I'll put a link in chat, you know. But so at least till he gets a new Sony Vio. That'll about be when he gets his Mavic, whatever it is, Mavic 2
Mavic
Pro.
2 Pro comes before anything else.
Yeah, right.
Say Tucker. Before they go me today, then all.
But you can see where I'm coming from. It does me for what I need it for. I only do my live streams, you know. I go on Facebook, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You know, it's not as if I do like OBS, like what Chris does and whatever. But I mean, I mean, Callum's got, what is it, HP, and it's like a full-size laptop. Yeah. I mean, I could borrow that, and I was using that till I got this. But you know, it does me for what it's same as Chris says. The new webcam it's too high-end for this laptop, if you know what I mean. It just can't cope with it because, you know, it's a small like notebook laptop. It's only got like a limited, you know, capability as regards space and whatever. But you see, this is the thing, Park Nest. I'm going to let you into a secret. I don't edit my videos anyway because Crystal's picks his channel over there that's on his PC. You know, he does my editing. I do the baked goods and he does my editing. So, you know what I mean? I'm the editor and I get paid in cakes. Yes. That's the arrangement we've got, you see.
No, it's not always. I ain't got nobody choice.
But I mean, Bella will tell you, we've got limited capability when it comes to techno stuff, if you know what I mean. Oh. Now pay me in cakes. I bake, he eats some. Oh dear. Richard says he's pouring a PC on Facebook Marketplace tomorrow. It's super top spec and cheap.
What on?
His PC on Facebook Marketplace. But the only trouble is, Richard's in Lancashire and I mean, I used to have like a desktop PC, but it was like one of these that you wind up, you know, one out at Garden of Eden sort of thing. You know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, what do I need to say anything else? It says I'm the producer, director, and editor all in one. But you see, the thing is, like, I mean, I hadn't filmed a actual baking vlog since July. I keep saying I'm gonna have to get one done because Steve Essex, who were in chat or is still in chat, he's done me no end of intros and whatever. But no. So yeah, so Chris has got a dolly and everything, you know, that's like a motorized dolly and everything.
That I've lost.
Well, it's somewhere knocking about. But the thing is, when I'm doing a actual baking vlog, you know, it's they're going like this, like when to talk or when to do something, you know, he's director and producer. Microphone and speak here are my sound guys. Oh, it's an AMD F8350 gaming PC, 16 gig RAM with Asus 47 graphics card. Oh, that means naff all to me, Richard.
OBS. What's 20 quid for it?
I haven't got a clue when it comes to RAM or whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, sort of what Richard's just said, it's, you know, I haven't got a clue. Well, this is it, Bella. Same as I say, me and Bella are in the same boat. We're not very technologically minded. You know what I mean? 30 bob. Oh, Motorised Dolly, I didn't know Kinky had got that advanced. Does she make sandwiches as well, Chris? Gordo says, Motorised Dolly, I didn't know Kinky had got that advanced. Does she make sandwiches as well, Chris?
Yeah. And it's not AAA batteries, it's AA batteries.
But yeah, you know, but the thing is, Bella, there's one thing you can say, you've done it all yourself. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have a clue how to or where to start. You know what I mean? This is the thing. But you know, there's one thing you can say. You know, you've done your own. You know, you've done all your own editing. You've done your intros. You've done your thumb. That's one thing I can do. I can do a decent thumbnail, and that's all down to Bella giving me that site. Hey, are you on the computer more than Chris? No, he's sat glued to his Steve. Hi, Laurie. How are you? You know, when we go to bed at night, Steve, I have to get spatula and prise him out to see it. But, you know, I look at it this way. It's quick. I only bought it to finish a game I had paid for. As I use a Mac now, it's understairs doing nothing. Oh. You'll have to message Chris and, you know, talk amongst yourselves and see how much you want for it, Richard. And
just asking him that.
But yeah, you know what I mean? You know, pardon me. But when I first started YouTube, I knew nothing about nothing, if that makes sense. Bella gave me the site that she uses for her thumbnails, and I've got them down to a T now. You know what I mean? But that's about the sort of, you know, oh. He says, when I built this desktop PC, I wanted something that could run it. That's Grand Theft. See, I know that. Grand Theft Auto. And that's Grand Theft Auto 4. See, I've got a son that does gaming as well. But yeah, you see, I don't do any games. I just go on Facebook. I've got Instagram and hardly ever use it. You know what I mean? Oh, I started off on my phone. I'm now using a GoPro Hero 7.
Yeah, you go steady.
No, I'm on about partners. That's what he said.
I know, that's what I'm
saying. Tracy's put Jeanette. Chris said you can have his. See, Chris, you are a gentleman. Oh, and just as he's speaking of filming, I should be back to filming on Tuesday or Wednesday on my Facebook group. I can't wait. Oh, that's not bad. I'm putting it on Facebook for 150 quid.
Oh.
He says that, but someone I know can have it for a ton. There you go.
Are you on Facebook, Richard? If you are, message me.
Did you hear that, Richard? He says, are you on Facebook? And if you are, can you message him?
Whereabouts do you live? I'll drive down there.
Lancashire.
Lancashire?
Lancashire.
Oh, Lancashire. Oh, shit.
I got it for just under £200 in Sex in Dewsbury. It was the only one for sale in Yorkshire at the time. He says, tell Callum to be nice to his mum and treat her like the most important lady in his life, even more so. Has something happened, karate? It does. It does treat me nice. But yeah, I mean, I tell you, I tell you what would be my ideal thing to have. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts, Chris, give you yours, and then you can go to this website and build you a supercomputer. When I come into money, I'd like a MacBook. Well, I was just about to say the same thing, Bella. I mean, ideally, if I'd got a choice, I'd like one of these all-in-one things that don't need a tower or whatever. It's got it all built in. But we're talking about 400 or 500 quid. You know what I mean? I mean, ideally, if I'd got a choice, I'd want like one of these all-in-one things. You know what I mean? That don't need a tower, and all you've got is your monitor and your thing built into one, and all you need is a keyboard, whatnot. Makes it more simpler. So you know, I was just about to say same thing that Bella says, you know, if we ever come into any money, and I'd got a choice, I'd have one of these I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know out about specs or, you know, what they entail or anything, but that'd be the ideal situation, you know, as regards, yeah, he's sent you a, I have a MacBook, but I didn't like it, so I bought the Mac desktop. It was bloody dear, but worth every penny. All-in-ones aren't much better than a laptop. You can hardly upgrade them. There's no substitute for a desktop. Well, this is it. You see, I don't know anything about specs or RAMs or whatever, so I mean, I don't know. But I mean, we have had these all-in-ones before, and I could just about manage one of them. My son has a Mac PC and says the same. Ooh. You see that link that Steve put in?
Yeah, I'm going to click on it.
PC part picker. Try saying that when you'd had some whiskey last week.
That's right there.
Partner says I wouldn't buy any Apple products. I just don't like the way they roll. Steve Jobs must be turning in his grave. He says, save that, Chris. But yeah, I mean, as regards, you know,
the build guides.
In my college, all art and textile rooms use Mac desktops. The other rooms use Windows 10, sometimes Windows 7. Ah. But, you know, I mean, call me what you will, but I'm a thicker when it comes to, you know, anything technological. Bella says that's what Ty's got, and you're talking over £1,000. Oh, well. Oh, Laurie says she's working on a crochet order, but still listening. Laptops never, ever run as fast as a desktop. It's the low voltage architecture. It just can't do it. I'm tucking into wasabi flavoured dried broad bean, which I won on Dusty's channel. Don't sound very appetizing, just saying. You know what I mean? But yeah. But this is the thing. I can see how Chris's mind's working, right? I can see how Chris's mind's working. And I can see it coming a mile off. He'll say, well, I'll buy that one off for Richard and you can have this one. See? Am I right or am I right?
I said that in chat about 10 minutes ago.
So, yeah. I mean, I know him only too well.
What's he saying there, Richard?
But,
Not Richard Hartness, it's not Richard Manchester. Is it Thackeray Edison Beck? No, it's not Metcalf, not Palpazano.
Partner said they didn't look appetising. No, I mean they don't sound. No. They don't sound appetising either. I don't know about looking appetising. But okay then, Bella. I'll see you later. I can read him like a book, Gordo. I even know what he's thinking before he's thinking it.
We finish each other's sentences off.
Yeah. And often I say things and he said, I was just typing that in chat. So I know him better than he thinks I know him. Steve said he had to sell all 3 of his pianos to build that one.
All 3 pianos?
Yeah.
Damn.
But the thing is, you know, I mean, when you've sort of lived somebody as long as we've been married and, you know, we've known each other, that's what you tend to do when you've been together that long. I know what he's thinking before he thinks it. So...
Richard, this is my Facebook page, matey.
Chris is just putting a link into his Facebook. It says message him, Richard.
Click on that one, lad.
The one thing I didn't like about the gaming PC is all the fans, plus they all light up. And one side is transparent so you can see all the clobber lit up. Well, that's no detriment, is it? Really?
Yeah, 4 pieces of paper covering it. You not see it then?
So yeah, that's Chris's Facebook page. So we want you to message him, Richard. So this is that Darwin Digital. I just stuffed my PC into a cheap. He's going to send you a picture, he says.
Oh, nudes!
It means that you don't need to see any nudes. You've got me. It's a good job I know him. Oh dear.
Oh dear me.
Did you like the mince pies? Yeah, and I'll say I used pastry and I made some maids of honor, and they've all gone and all. And I got some because I made my own sponge up to put on the maids of honor, and I got like some sponge left over, so I just put them in some cupcake cases, and they've all gone and all now. So as fast as I can make them, these are eating them. But I did say, like, a bit closer to Christmas, you know, I'm going to make some more because I like to, you know, maids of honor, mince pies. Oh, to be fair, I only use my laptop for YouTube. So yeah, so Chris, it cost me well over $3,000 to build this one, and I put in about 10,000 worth of, oh dear.
Jesus Christ. I'll swab you for a size 7. It only cost me 80 quid. I'll pay shipping.
I mean, going back to the baking, I sent Tracy a picture of some cupcakes. Now, Tracy, well, nobody else likes them, do they? So yeah, I did send Tracy a picture. Cooler on the processor is the size of my shed in the garden. I did send Tracy a recipe, and it's a Mary Berry recipe. So
6 months to save to get it all.
And it's Mary Berry's chocolate Christmas tree cupcakes or something like that. So I thought, actually, after this week, the week after, we'd do them, sort of, with, you know, getting into Christmas spirit sort of thing. So they're basically just chocolate cupcakes with buttercream icing, coloured green, and made to look like a Christmas tree. He says, I will set it up in the morning and send you some pics.
Okay.
The Great Yorkshire Bake Off. But yeah, I just thought, I saw it, and it come up on sort of, all I do is like type in Google Christmas recipes, and it come up with this one, and I thought, well, with Mary Berry, you can't fail. But they basically, all they are is just chocolate cupcakes, vanilla buttercream, coloured green, and then you decorate it like a Christmas tree. And I just thought, well, you know, it's sort of on the Christmas theme, if you know what I mean. So, but you see, I'd already promised Bella that we were going to make the carrot cake this week. Well, the carrot cake slice. So I thought, well, we'll have a crack at them week after. I've got no end of recipes in the bag. It's just sort of deciding on which ones. But I thought, with it being Christmas, we'd sort of stay on the Christmas theme and like do these I'll just I'll just read a few out. That's the Viennese mince pies. That's one I've already done. Yeah. Yeah, right. I'll send you a recipe, Wakey. Yeah. Mars bar cookies. That's another one. Mary Berry's Christmas chocolate cupcakes. And basically, all they are is a chocolate cupcake, buttercream, and, you know, coloured green, and then you decorate it however you want. Has anybody else heard of Maids of Honour? Because me and Tracy were talking about it. My mum always used to make Maids of Honour, and I've my mum always used to make Maids of Honour, and I've carried on the tradition. I make them every year, and as fast as I'm making them, Chris is scoffing them because he absolutely loves them. And all they are is a pastry, a spoonful of jam, and then like a sponge on top. Now, that's another one. This is what we're making on Tuesday, and that is carrot cake slice. This one looks absolutely amazing. Brown sugar crumb cake. And it's basically a cake with like a crumble on top, and then you spoon like an icing over it. So coconut cookies, they're dead easy. You only need 5 ingredients for that. This I made. Did I make caramel slice last week? Yeah. Well, I hadn't actually done it on a live stream, but I've actually made the caramel slice. Callum loved it. Lemon and white chocolate muffins, that's what I've already done. I had a Maid of Honour for breakfast, 2 for lunch, and I had to have a proper tea. Chocolate magic custard cake. Now I wouldn't mind having a go at that. So, and these are made for Chris's birthday. Terrace chocolate orange cupcakes. Chris, you're such a gannet. I think Partners knows you already. That the tray bake that I made for him for his birthday cake, that's a white chocolate cake.
I'll see that on Facebook.
Tier 3, you can visit your family for dinner, but you can have your snacks waxed by a strange. Obviously, the brownie cookies I made with Tracy other week. Yeah, this is sort of a bit Christmassy. Chocolate and cranberry muffins. Eve's pudding. This is what I made. That's what I made for last Sunday. I've got caramel slice twice. Oh, and these chocolate chip banana bars. They were here today, gone tomorrow. They enjoyed them a lot, but it does say. I mean, the one that I made, it were in like 7. Yeah, I'll remember that. Yeah. So anyway, I made it in like a 7x7 like foil tray, but it does say that if you want to make a bigger one, you like just double up. So I think I'm going to have to do that. Banana pudding, I made that, and that's gone in the freezer. Yeah, another one like Christmassy, gingerbread cupcakes, and that's it, I think. Yeah. So as you can see, I've got like a big thick pile there, all, you know, all ready and waiting. You know, I've got quite a few recipes in front. Oh, Gordon Bennett. I only said to my missus, what with this virus, the year will end in tears. But the thing is, I mean, like Liverpool and Manchester were all tier 3. Now they've dropped them down to tier 2. Yeah, us in Sheffield, we're in tier 3 before, and we're still in tier 3. So, you know, but I had a notification today saying that the R rate or whatever, which is the important rate or whatever, is the lowest it's been since August. So there you go. You know, and if you weren't aware, Partners, Gordo is the joker of the bunch. They're reviewing it on the 16th, but can't see it changing. Well, this is it. You know, what's going to change between now and the 16th? Nothing. But yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, you know when I messaged you the other day, Gordo, when I was telling you about that explosion, apparently a 16-year-old lad's died in it. So I throw in my fair share of jokes and references, but yeah, you know what I mean. It as regarding the vaccine, everybody's got their own opinion. You know what I mean. Some are for it, some are against it. Blah blah. I'm sort of one of these that's on fence at the moment. You know what I mean. You know, I've got to know a bit more about it before I commit to anything. You know what I mean? I mean, Chris is adamant he's going to have it, but I'm one of these that, you know, how do you work that one out?
3 legs so I can run faster.
You know what I mean? I'm sort of one of these that sort of on fence. I've got to know a bit more about it. I'm not just gonna. Yeah. That explode. Yeah. So as I say, I spoke to Gordo other day, because he sort of lives that way, where this explosion had, a water plant or something. But it came up on my notifications that a 16-year-old lad had died in it. So I don't know whether it is, I don't know about that area, but were it still in operation? Were it shut down? And Tracy says that's it, Jeanette. Me too. I'm not having it, full stop. But you know what I mean? You know, I've like Chris is saying, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to have it. I've got other people saying, well, I need to know a bit more about it. But the thing is, once they've injected it into you, you don't know what side effects there's going to be. You see what I put? One of the side effects might mean you grow hair, so win a chicken dinner for Chris. But this is it. I mean, I don't know. I've got to know a bit more about it before I commit to anything. You know what I mean? And, you know, but, you know, I mean, it's like measles, mumps and rubella. I mean, they're all sort of at one point connecting that to autism in kids. You know what I mean? But it's not been proven that it's you know, it's caused autism in children. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I mean, you know, it's sort of. I'm not saying I'm going to have it, but I'm not saying I'm not going to have it. What are you laughing at?
It was stretched out to a wall like that.
Oh, it was a silo that exploded. Apparently, when it exploded, they were on top of it or in it. Oh dear. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's like this. I'm sort of not going to say, well, yeah, I'm definitely going to have it, and I'm not saying I'm not going to have it. But I've got to do a bit more research, and you know, it's got to be 100% for me. Otherwise, you know. But the thing is, same as I've said to several people, I come into one of the categories where I could be offered it. Yeah, right. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, I actually come into, in actual fact, I actually come into a couple of the categories, if you know what I mean, because I have respiratory problems, because I've got sleep apnea, and it goes from like over 70s, over 65s, over 50s. So I've actually come into two other categories, you know, where you'll be offered it. But you know, so Cooper Man. I can remember Cooper Man. Yeah.
It's Cooper Man.
Oh dear. But the thing is, Johnny, same as I said before, I sort of said what I said. Everybody's got their own opinion on it. And you're anti-vaccine, which is, you know, your prerogative to have that opinion. Russ Abbott. Yeah, it were Russ Abbott, weren't it? But you know what I mean? And I respect that. You know, I respect your opinion. You know what I mean? Like I would if somebody was saying, you know, yeah, cross between Superman and Tommy Cooper. Just like that. You know what I mean? And you know, I mean, we're not, stop being friends because you don't want it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I respect everybody's opinion. You know what I mean? And everybody's entitled to an opinion. Pooper man. But yeah, same as I've just said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, whatever it may be or whatever the subject matter may be. You know what I mean? And I won't fall out with somebody because they've got a different opinion to what I've got, or a different opinion to one of my friends, or but it's all right. I'm just laughing at what Partner says. Tommy Cooper was a tightwad. He once said to the taxi driver, "Have a drink on me," and gave him a tea bag. Oh dear. But you see, this is one of the things that I've also said, Johnny. It's like tuberculosis and all other sort of immunizations. They just don't happen overnight. And I've got to make sure that I'm around for my kids, for my husband, whoever else is, Partner says if I was a superhero, I'd be Captain Flatulence. But yeah. And same as Chris has just said, all vaccinations. I mean, I even watched Turbo Man then. I even watched like I think he was a Japanese scientist, and he said himself that it can't be sort of done overnight. You know what I mean? They're being put under pressure to create a vaccine. But like all tried and tested vaccines, it takes time. Now, you can't tell me that in less than a year they've got a vaccine. Turbo
Man, it's fast.
Yeah, Turbo Man is on about. So that's one of the reasons why I'm a bit on the fence about it, because I've got to know more about it before I before I go ahead and have it. Atari 1.6 litre. Isn't it the same company that developed Viagra? I'm good if I know. But I mean, I heard it from this Japanese scientist, Ma, and he said basically that his government were putting him under pressure to come up with this vaccine, right? And he said it don't matter how much pressure the government put on me. It says I can't come up with a vaccine any quicker. Do you not find it strange how quick they found the vaccine? Further proof that this virus, we've said it all along.
Yeah, of course it's man-made.
Johnny says here they're wanting $1,500 for a shot of the vaccine.
Oh, Steve said that.
This is exactly what I was trying to put across, my lady. You know what I mean? Chris is sort of adamant he wants it, but I'm sort of on the fence. I've got to know what I'm putting myself. You know what I mean? Hiya, Paul. How are you? It's all right. We're debating the vaccine. You know what I mean? And it's it's people's differing opinions. You know what I mean? I'm sort of on fence. Chris is adamant he wants it, but I'm sort of one of these that's well, I don't really know. You know what I mean? I've got to be 100% about it, and I'm one of these that like to do my research on it and, you know, dot all I's and cross T's, you know what I mean, before I sort of make a decision, you know what I mean. I want it, gimme. Well, you see, this is what I'm saying, Richard. I mean, you definitely want it. Chris definitely wants it. Johnny and Tracy said that no way in hell that they want it. You know what I mean? And everybody's got a different opinion. Oh, Gordo says if you look at SARS, swine flu, and Ebola, they all have patents. You can only patent something if it's man-made. But you know what I mean? It is. This is what I'm saying. Even this Japanese scientist says, you know what I mean? He were put under pressure from the Japanese government saying, you know, you've got to work up hours God send, you've got to work night and day to get this vaccine. And the same as he says, it's not as if, you know, government can click the fingers and it's going to be there. You know what I mean? It's just not feasible and it's just not possible. So how come all of a sudden, you know, this German company's come up with a vaccine, supposedly. But, I mean, I don't know whether it's true, but I've heard that it don't stop you from getting COVID. It just means that the effects of the COVID isn't as bad, if you know what I mean.
Like cold then.
Well, this is it, Johnny. You know what I mean? And I said to you before, you know, I mean, it not affect us friendship, you know, far from it, you know what I mean? And everybody's got their own opinion. You know what I mean? And it's all good vaccines take years and years and years till it's perfected. Oh dear. Richard says there's more folk going out the back door at Blackburn Royal than walking out the front. I have 6 relatives that work there and they say it's not good at the moment.
Uh-oh.
But this is it, you know what I mean? It's I've been told that it don't stop you getting it. It just means the effects of it aren't as bad. But I looked at it this way. I've already got respiratory problems. And I'm over 50. So if I were to come into contact with it, and this is one of the reasons why I've stopped indoors, I don't want to put myself at any kind of risk. You know what I mean? Because if I was, Dr. Smith.
Dr. Smith in the house.
You know, if I were to come into contact with it or I were to get it, that'd be game over for me because I have respiratory problems anyway. So, you know, I look at it this way, you know what I mean? I've got enough problems as it is. We are sort of, adding to it. It reprograms the immune system. Oh.
Well, because I've got one.
I could do with some reprogramming my immune system because I ain't got one. So, yeah. But, you know, I mean, for such as me, I mean, you know... Gordo says, I already have the vaccine here. It's called my... But you see, the thing is, if you know, like Johnny, like us, we take several multivitamins per day. Yeah. And same as we've said, if you take the right vitamins and you take the right, you know, you take it in the right quantity, you know, you can protect yourself against it. So, but yeah, I mean, there must be something in this like vitamin D thing, because they're now saying that all people like care own, like 2.5 million people are going to be issued vitamin D. So there must be something, pardon me, there must be something in what they're saying about, you know, vitamin D. But I get it anyway, because I have it on prescription, because I've got a vitamin D deficiency anyway. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it makes no odds to me because I already get it anyway. But I've sort of got that many in advance. I gave him Callum and I gave him Chris as well. I sell some, I don't. But the thing is, as well, I mean, I've shown these many times. I take these, and they're called Forcival, and there's 24 vitamins and minerals per capsule. So basically, I take them on top of the vitamin D. Richard says it's 2 jabs. Yeah, I heard that as well. Like, you have one and then about 3 weeks later you have another. It makes your immune system think you've got it. Second is a Trojan and alters the immune system, fueling it to creating different blood cells that COVID doesn't like. I spilt some of my own brew on the skirting board. You should have seen what it's done to that. So God knows what it does to your insides. So yeah, so you know, I mean, I'm topping up my vitamins and my minerals, and you know, I take vitamin D, I take glucosamine, I take them, you know, which has got 24 vitamins and minerals that your body needs. So you know, I'm under no illusion that you know, I'm doing the right thing by taking, you know. But basically, they're saying that they're prescribing these vitamin D supplements to 2.5 million people because with the, you know, with the pandemic and whatever, people are not getting out as much, so they're not getting the vitamin D that they need, you know. So yeah, you know what I mean. It's a case of you know, if you take the right vitamins and the right, you know, stuff, that, you know, hopefully it should stave it off. But yeah, same as Chris says, when he goes and fetch my prescription, he needs a, well, not so much a bulldozer, but a wheelbarrow. You know what I mean? Because I take that many different things, high blood pressure tablets, you know what I mean? And I take them, and I take my vitamin D, and so yeah. I mean, I'm sure, you know, we all doing the right thing, taking extra vitamins. He needs one of those big tipper trucks. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, I have vitamin D prescribed to me. I have them prescribed to me. I buy me glucosamine because that, obviously that's for your bones and your joints and whatever. Oh, But yeah, you know what I mean. It's just one of them things. You know, when you've got like underlying health problems, I've got a CPAP machine. You know, because with sleep apnea, you stop breathing in your sleep, so you know it can cause heart attacks. It can cause strokes. You know, so overnight I have to wear one of these mask things. You know, to stop your breathing. And Johnny says this sounds like a tube of Smarties. I have to take all my vitamins. Well, when I first got these Forcival, Chris says, well, I could say, you know, what you're supposed to do with them. Are you supposed to, you know, shove them somewhere, or are you supposed to swallow them? So yeah, but they are, you know, I mean, they are quite big. So yeah, you could be mistaken, you know, as exactly what you know. But you see, this is what I'm saying, Richard. Everybody's got their own theory, and whatever that theory may be, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know what I mean? And I not fall out with anybody because they've got a different opinion to what I've got, or you know, or you can do. You know what I mean? And this is it. You know, every single person, you know, freedom of speech, blah blah blah. Everybody has got their own opinions, whatever they may be.
Oh.
But you know, I mean, I looked at it this way: life's too short to fall out with anybody. Oh, okie dokie then, Amjad. Thanks for coming in, and I'll see you on Monday. Yeah.
See you later, Amjad, mate.
So yes, you know, I mean, there's no way you know, life's too short to fall out with anybody. You know what I mean? And because somebody's opinion of something differs from my opinion, then I'm not gonna. Hey, one thing we can all agree on: we all need bog roll. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I don't. Did somebody put it up on Facebook and it's shown you? It's shown you Barack Obama, Queen, Dalai Lama, and they're all sat on bog. You know, that's one thing we've all got in common. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's, I don't care what you say. Everybody farts, everybody burps. You know what I mean? Everybody needs toilet for a number one and a number two. You know what I mean? So
it says they don't fart, they're lying.
Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, I'm not only one that's been watching I'm a Celebrity, but her at Coronation Street, Bev Callard, she says she don't like anybody farting. Oh yes, one must wipe one's own body. But the thing is, she was saying, oh, you know, she never farts in front of a fella, and she don't like it when people fart in front of her. The same as I said to Chris, you know, can you imagine if everybody did that with the better half? You know what I mean? I'd just let it rip. I do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just the human body. You know what I mean? Everybody farts. Everybody burps. You know what I mean? And to say, oh, I don't like people farting in front of me, or I don't fart. You know what I mean? So what do you do then? Hold on to it and give yourself tummy ache because you're holding it in. You know what I mean? I hope if Chris did that, oh, he My lady says I fought like a trooper. Well, you same as Chris then. Richard says I dropped one at my mum's earlier and she blamed the cat. Well, put it this way. When Chris farts, you could fly a kite what comes out of it. I have no problem blasting a good one anyway. But this is the thing. I'd sooner let one rip than me sitting there and sort of be doubled up and doubled over with tummy ache because I'm holding a fart in. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's just who I am. You know, I've got no problem talking about it. You know what I mean? I'm proud. Yeah. Johnny says he uses a fart to launch your drone, Chris.
He'll blow it away. It's that small.
Well, put it this way. She said, bloody hell, that cat's dropped one. I cracked up. This is the thing. Chris will get out of bed. He'll go to the toilet and he lets the biggest fart rip. And I says, I bet all toilet seats in row are going because it's reverberating that much.
So, Rich, you know when you open your toilet in the morning and you hear like see all bubbles in bottom of water?
Yeah, it's Chris farting.
That's remnants of my fart, mate.
Hiya, Tony. How are you? It's all right.
Tony, lad.
We're going on a good subject. We're on about farting now. So yeah, you know what I mean. And I always say to Chris, you know, as Chris has just said, it's better out than in because you're only going to get yourself tummy ache and you're going to be doubled up if you don't. So, you know what I mean? Gordo says, imagine what I have to put up with. I have it in stereo. What with Smell-O-Vision and what with Mrs. G and the dog. Richard says, fart in the bathroom, it really adds power. Oh, dear me. We do get on some subjects, don't we? We're on about farting in bath now, but yeah, it's but this is it, Tony. I'm saying, you know, like somebody called a Yorkshire Dickusi. My lady says I've got 12 stairs and I fart down everyone. If looks could kill. Oh dear. No, we'll pass on that one, Richard. It's bad enough the sound and the smell, let alone lighting it up. Oh dear. But oh dear, but yeah, we do get on some subjects, don't we? Talking about farts now. Well, I often say to Chris, I think he could power our tea balloon.
Wind turbine.
Oh dear. I just talking of which.
Oh.
What did I do upstairs?
Oh, crikey, easy. Good job I moved. About a second later, you want to see me tonight, I'd have been in bed on time.
So anyway, I went back to bed. So Chris had gone up to get washed and changed, you know. Hiya, Kate, how are you? Sorry.
Okay, lass.
We're talking about farts, Kate. You know, we do get onto some subjects. So anyway, I said to Chris, I'm going back to bed because I've not had a very good night. So he says, well, hang on a minute. He says, I'm just going to go up. He says, I'm going to have a wash and get dressed and everything. He says, I'll get me, because he just chucks his pants and socks and whatever on to, I like the motorbike sounds. Richard says it's worse when you sat in a leather chair. The fart can make its mind up whether to come out or out the front or up the back. So yeah, so I anyway, he'd gone in the bathroom, he'd had a wash, he got dressed and everything. So he says, I'm just going to go in bedroom and get all my dirty washing off at floor. Right, because he just chucks his pants and his socks and everything on bedroom floor. So anyway, I started making my way upstairs, and as he were coming down, well, our stairs go up across the landing and then up again. So we sort of met each other. I was sort of coming up first lot as he were coming down his first lot. So we sort of crossed paths. Anyway, so I started up second lot, and all of a sudden I dropped a fart, right? So Chris says, oh, he says, I'm glad you says you didn't fart, he says, and catch me in crosshairs. He says, I'm glad I were a bit further down, a bit further downstairs. He says, otherwise, he says, you'd have probably blown me downstairs. But yeah, that's what, talking about farts. But anyway, but we I mean, it's nice when we can laugh about it, you know what I mean? But he says, yeah, he says, I'm glad I were already, he says, I'm glad I were already going, down second lot of stairs. He says, I should have probably blown me off my feet. And I don't do splatters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just reminded me, we sort of crossed each, me going up and him going down. I'd have probably got him, but
I waited for it.
Yeah. So he sort of stood back a bit so I could pass him, you know what I mean? And it weren't till I were going. He's put poop emojis in. What about coconut cookies? I need some bad. Well, I've got that many recipes, Steve. I've printed a load off. It's just sort of, we only sort of baking live once a week. It's getting round to them all, if you know what I mean. But I promised Bella, because she wanted the cake slice last week, and we did the mince pie. So I promised her that we'd do that this week. But yeah, it's it's the thing that everybody does. I know I need a fix. Trying to be funny there, guys.
Made you laugh, did it?
Yeah. Anybody selling printer ink? We running out. But the thing is, I mean, I download them on my phone, but it's a lot better reading them off a recipe when they're printed out rather than trying to read them off your phone. So, but who got printer working in first place? Have you had snow yet? No, we've had everything else, Kate. Sleet, rain, Gordo says, I remember silent farting in Tesco at the end of the aisle when walking off around the next aisle, then hearing a woman berate her husband for it. Oh dear. But the thing is, I mean, Chris will tell you, there's many a time before I started ordering my shopping online, when we used to go to Asda to do a shopping, I'd be walking. Well, not.
Says, I'm here, we can start now.
You're only about 2 hours too late, Becky. But you know, I mean,
Good evening.
no, don't say anything la 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 because I've recorded it.
You'll get blocked.
Johnny, Yorkshire.
But it's been doing everything today. It's been cold. It's been raining. We've had a bit of snowing in between time and sleet and everything. And Kate says, "Hi, Callum."
Okay, how are you?
But yeah, you know, I mean, I've usually closed it down by now, Becky. Anyway.
He's running over.
Yeah.
Callum, Yorkshire.
Oh,
Leg is.
Gordo says defaults have lumps in it.
Callum, Yorkshire.
Only if you follow through, as we say. Oh God. We do get on to some. We're on about 40 now. Oh dear, what we waiting on me, you're sweet. No, we got we got on to the fascinating subject of, you know, gastric wind.
Dear me.
You know.
You can't say farts, you know.
Hey?
You can't say farts, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm not common.
No,
There we go.
Oh dear. But yeah, everybody does it. Everybody farts, everybody poops, everybody, you know.
Blimey.
Yeah. You know, even the Queen. Are we talking about farts now? Yes. In a nutshell. I said earlier, if you fart out of tune, is it classed as a bum? No. Oh, Gordon
and
Bennett.
something's happening tomorrow.
No,
Yeah.
it's not ready tomorrow.
No,
Yes.
no, it's happening tomorrow.
Something's happening tomorrow.
We got on to a subject that Steve's passionate about. He says, I love farting in balloons and sending them to friends. Oh dear.
Dear me.
Two monitors Steve's got. I've only just got enough room for one. On his computer.
So yes, Callum's excited because something's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, he's getting his new calculator tomorrow. Hi, mate.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not saying what, because it means I've got to go through all rigmarole. Okie dokie then. See you later, Johnny.
Okay.
Johnny.
So 5 is alive.
Yorkshire.
So yeah, if you want to know why he's excited about tomorrow, you'll have to message me, because I'm not saying on here. So I'm not going to be going on too much longer because it's nearly 11:15.
Dragging it on.
So so now we've had the fart discussion, you know what I mean? We'll have to call it Fartgate. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll message you in a minute or two, Kate. I just don't want to put it out there, you know, what he's excited about. And okay. What time?
Maybe 8 o'clock.
Says maybe 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock what?
An hour earlier than what Jeanette normally goes at.
So yeah, Chris is on about he might go live tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
OBS.
Now he's perfected it.
Boom.
So yeah. So I'll get a minute and then I'll shut it down, because I don't know about it. I'm sweating. I'm absolutely.
Well, you know what to do then. Don't be sweaty.
I've already took my jumper off and put a top on.
PM.
PM. RPM.
Do you think we'll be going live at 8 o'clock in the morning?
I'm on about my lady. I'm laughing at what she says. I'm off now. Need a good fart.
Let it rip, lady.
No, not yet, Kate. We're doing it at the weekend. We need to have a move around.
Clear some stuff.
Yeah. So we on about doing it either tomorrow or Sunday, 1 at 2, because we've got to have a bit of a move around. So
Sunday because footy's on.
oh
Sunday.
right.
And I'm going out in morning if it's not raining.
If it's not raining. Right, I'm going to shut it down, guys. I've been going on over 2 hours. So thank you for everybody coming in. I do apologise about Wednesday. I was feeling out of sorts. I've not been sleeping too good. In fact, we had an early night that night, and I slept right through, and that is a first for a very, very long time. So I shall see you all on Monday. Obviously, if Chris goes live tomorrow, I will I'll be in chat. And so yeah, so I'll see you all on Monday, guys. Bye for now.
See you later, alligators.
Bye.
Pardon me, talking a burping.